What's up, party people? It's Metro Melik, and this is the Lansing Made 517 celebration, brought to you in part by Sheet Metal Workers Local 7, otherwise known as SMART, building fantastic things all around our community, for our community. Let's get started with the show.
A lot of businesses are finding a new path. One eatery has brought new meaning to being a food truck.
Hey, hello, I'm Cameron Glinke, co-owner of Shove It Pizza Truck with my wife Brenda Glinke.
Now that most opportunities for food trucks have been postponed indefinitely or canceled, food trucks like Shove It Pizza discovered a different way to stay in business.
Oh boy, we have some big hitter events early on in the season, and once this started going down and they started canceling, we're like, oh shoot, what do we do? Then the panic set in. So my wife had this idea. She's like, you know what? Let's partially bake our dough and cellophane it and start delivering.
Although purveyors like the Glinkes are keenly aware of safe food handling, they are especially cognizant of it now and what it means for customer confidence.
When I get to a person's house, they either leave me instructions on how to deliver their pizza, whether it be on the side porch, on the front porch, or wherever, and I just drop it off, and I either see them in the window and wave at them, or I get right back to my car and I text them, let them know it's here, so it's always a safe distance, and everybody's safe.
The added benefit of this new way of being is customers don't have to chase down the food. The food comes straight to the customer, and they are happy.
I don't really want to toot my own horn, I just want to toot all their horns because they're great customers and great fans of ours. So without them, we couldn't have made this happen. So thank you, all of our loyal following and customers.
Metro Melik here. We're at the Robin Theater in Reeltown, celebrating the 517. Who are you?
My name is Brandon with the Artist Umbrella.
Brandon with an Artist Umbrella. Who are you to the Artist Umbrella?
So I'm the creator and the executive director of the Artist Umbrella. Technically, I suppose the owner, but I don't own the Artist Umbrella.
Well, tell people what the Artist Umbrella is, and then maybe we'll learn who owns it.
So who owns it is the community. The community of Lansing owns the Artist Umbrella. The Artist Umbrella is what it is because of the artists and the way that the community has embraced it. We are basically a collaboration of performing artists, visual artists, mainly in the Lansing area, who come together under one umbrella and give a show each month.
And having seen that show, you are a fantastic cornucopia that is collaborating together, meaning there's so many different fruits in that basket. And you never know what you're going to see, which I find is an interesting feat to be able to pull that together as often as you do. You've been doing it for over a year.
A little over a year, yeah.
And then you're finding these people and giving them a voice and a space to be able to express themselves.
And they've also given me the opportunity, to provide that platform. Like, without the artists, there's no reason for us to have an Artist Umbrella. But the way that people have gravitated toward it, and it's been inspiring. It's been inspiring to see.
All right, so it's one of those things that you should check out. You have a website and Facebook.
We do, website, Facebook.
And then, so what is like a little happy story about the 517 you can share with the peeps?
I think that, so this is more of a culmination of stories, a collaboration of stories. I think the biggest thing for me is I had no idea that as many people wanted to get out and do their thing on stage as I didn't know that the Lansing area, the 517, had as much talent as it has. It's incredible to me. I mean, from the hula hoopers, magicians, dancers, poets, comedians, belly dancers, the way that people just, they want to come out and they want to show their stuff. And so for me, I think as of the last year and a half, that's been the biggest story that I really have about Lansing, is there's a lot of talent in this city and a lot of people who have the desire to show their stuff.
The desire, because in my opinion, it is my art city, the Michigan art city in Lansing is basically the capital of that.
Yeah, my art city.
Yeah. Cool, Brandon. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Melik.
Check out the Artist Umbrella.
This last piece is a love letter to this area and the people in it. It's called An Ode to the 517. Capital dreams and centralized nightmares. Looking for some? You can find them both right here. Ready to access, no purchase is required. These people around here are looking to be inspired. See, they've sweat and bled and broken their backs. Weary souls, sick of all these character attacks. They're not dumb, not lazy, not down nor out. They'll rise to the occasion, they'll scream and they'll shout, we're here, and we've got what it takes. You could feel their hearts tremor just like earthquakes, but you won't see their nerves shake. They've got ice in their veins, but warmth in their hearts, gears turning in their brains. See, the world would have you think that we're a shadow of what we once were, paralyzed with fear and entirely unsure of how to keep up with contemporary influence. But we've been here all along. What do you think that we've been doing? Clock in, go to work, clock out, go to our homes like we're industrialized robots or mindless drones. Follow these rules, absorb all these lessons, or life will cut you up like biology class dissections. Instead, we stand against these notions. Our people and our area are more worthy of our devotions. We'll instead find ourselves clothed in support for each other. We're all family together, born from the same mother. Whether we're blood or adopted, we're all from here originally or co-opted. But there's no stoppage to be found from amongst these people. Go around the world and you'll find no equal. You'll find good, you'll find evil, and you'll find things that are neutral. Look all over, seek whatever, but absorb the truth though. Label us how you will, call us what you'd like, because we're poised and ready to strike while the iron's hot. Always ready for our shot. Redemption, reinvention, the stakes can't be higher. There's a grit in our guts, in our soul, there's a fire that burns, no rather rages. We'll be the ones writing our own pages. Give us a chance to show you what we're made of. We're not looking for someone to come save us. We're perfectly capable of rising from these ashes. Soldiers coming headlong to best life's clashes. See, we've been through highest highs and lowest lows. We've taken all of life's toughest blows. And we'll be here still, no conditions withstanding. Working, learning, growing, better understanding. We are who we are, and that's never going to change. We can achieve greatness within our range. For whether we're strange or whether we're normal, blue collar, white collar, casual or formal, is this hell or is this heaven? We are who we are. We're the 517. Thank you.
It's Melik, thanks for tuning in. At the top of the show was an example of how entities had to change because of the effects of COVID-19. Even this event, the 517 celebration, was supposed to be an outdoor event at Rotary Park. So I thank you for watching the show as we celebrate what's great about the 517. Now we have coming up some insight and some entertainment. Celebrating the 517. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely, anytime.
Tell the world who you are.
I am John K. Addis. I'm the CEO and creative director of Addis Enterprises, which we generally go by AE.
AE, that's why I put it right there.
That you as an entity, you're a house that does a lot of different things, and then for your clients, talk about that real quick, because it's not just build a website. It's
right. Yeah, and this is part of our overall philosophy. We businesses are going to need print, they're going to need video, they're going to need web, they're going to need marketing strategy. It was really important to us to be able to offer all those things in-house, same firm. You get a consistency of design and message that's kind of unmatched by, having one team do one thing and then one company do this other thing and one company do this other thing. It's hard for those creative teams to necessarily talk to each other, and also I think every single creative, even person, let alone teams, is going to have a slightly different idea of how to present you, right? And so our clients generally, that's why they choose us. They're like, well, you know what, I don't have to have interviews for every part of my business. I can just trust that you guys do this in-house, you guys do this in-house. I'm like, yeah, and it's literally in-house. In COVID,
it's a house.
In COVID, it's not in-house. But we are all, we're all Lansing area professionals, and as soon as COVID's over, of course, we'll go back to being in the house. And it's actually 2 houses now. We bought next door as well to expand into.
And you're big, even looking at your client list, like it's community-based people doing community-based things. Obviously, it's business to business, but that's part of what endeared me, the fact that we were able to develop this partnership, that it just made sense in my mind looking at that. So thank you very much for that. Do you have a story that you could share that talks about celebrating the 517?
I was thinking about this on the way over, because that's how I prepare, like 5 minutes pulling up to the place. And I was remembering, it was 2006. I had left a company in order to try to hang my own shingle and just start my own thing, just as a sole proprietor. And I got this tiny little office space. It was like the entire office was 150 square feet. It was in Old Town at Young's Landing, right? And I audaciously called it like the AE Studio and Gallery. It had this big sign, and of course you go in and like, oh, this is it. This space is a tenth the size of the room we're in now. Right. And so at the time, I think the OTCA, Old Town Commercial Association director, was Jamie Schreiner Hooper, who was tasked basically with making sure that all of the businesses that came to Old Town, big and small, would be treated like, hey, a new business has arrived. And so they called me up and they said, Mayor is going to come and cut the ribbon and everything. I was like, it's just me. It's me in this tiny, tiny little office in this, a block that has nothing going on it. And but no, the mayor came, the mayor's people came, and the thing that I was most impressed with, and I never thought this would happen, is Mayor, that was Bernero, of course, at the time. He came in and just one-on-one talked to me like, what do you want to see, happening with Lansing? What do you want as a business owner? Do you see, what kind of ways do you want to grow? He got one of my, I had some photos I'd taken of Lansing area, landmarks and stuff, and he bought one. And
oh wow!
Actually, in fact, years later, when I went and had to go to the mayor's office, when I saw that my little thing was hanging up still.
Oh.
But I just felt like I cannot believe a city as relatively large and powerful as Lansing would have the mayor not only do a ribbon cutting, but actually stay in. We must talk for 15, 20 minutes.
Nice.
And then a year later, I got a call from the mayor's office like, hey, the mayor would like you to be involved in this council coming up or this or that, and it blew my expectations away as to what it would mean to just be a small business in a pretty important city, right? So that's, I think it was really that first year that I realized, I want to stay in Lansing. I want to have my business in Lansing forever.
Oh, talk about an endorsement. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, and it's a good place.
And we're glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's continue to celebrate the 517. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Welcome to Addis Enterprises. It may seem pretty quiet around here. Staff offices are empty. The desks are uncluttered. Since March, our meeting spaces have held no meetings, and our conference table has held no donuts. Our workshop, where we have fun and brainstorm ideas, has been silenced. Our studio, where we shoot training videos and commercials, has been commercial-free. Even our little gym has, like most diets, been neglected. Someone visiting this place might assume we've been taking things slow. They'd be wrong. Our buildings may be empty, but Addis Enterprises isn't a workspace, it's a team. And our team has never slowed down, not for a moment. Our award-winning experts have been busier than ever crafting beautiful print pieces, cutting-edge websites, compelling videos, and smart marketing strategies. Things have been different in the age of COVID. But even if we can't offer you a donut, we can still offer the best design and marketing services around. Calorie-free. Addis Enterprises. Be awesome.
Well, my name is Rose Jangmi Cooper, and most people who know me in Lansing know me as Lansing Singing Motorcycle Woman.
Lansing Singing Motorcycle Woman.
Yeah.
I affectionately call you Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom.
And that's from the roller derby days.
Yeah.
When you would majestically sing the Star Spangled Banner.
It seems like a million years ago now.
Did you start singing right away? How did that?
It like evolved like really strangely. It wasn't anything I did on purpose. It came of having this fear of everybody on the road. When you're on a bike, you just think that everybody's out to kill you. And initially I just sucked on a bunch of Jolly Ranchers to try to calm my nerves. That's not good for your teeth. And then I bought my first iPod, plugged my headphones in, and I just started singing. I didn't even realize I was singing until somebody stopped me and said, "Hey, you're singing on that motorcycle."
Your presence in Lansing when you're on that motorcycle automatically brings joy to many of us.
Wow.
So we, on behalf of Lansing and the surrounding area, because I know you do a little bit of travel, we thank you. So
Oh.
thanks for being part of the soundtrack of Lansing.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me. Thank you for not laughing, and if you laugh, then thank you for having that laughter when you see me. And I just all I can say is I may not respond, but if people wave, I'm always good for that.
Well, you got to keep yourself alive first.
Oh yeah. It's like if I'm not turning around to wave at you, it's not because I don't like you. It's I'm trying to keep this thing upright.
Lansing's own, the Artist Umbrella. Led by a creative, collaborating with a collective, the Artist Umbrella showcases Lansing's vast and varying art scene, based in my art city, building community and harmony through artistry. Lansing's creative space, the Artist Umbrella. Metro Melik, People's Champ. We're celebrating the 517. Marie, thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
Introduce yourself to the world.
So I'm Marie Davis. I live in the Lansing area. I love the 517 area.
Where do you work?
I am proud to say I work at Consumers Professional Credit Union. Been there for 15 years. Love it.
Oh, that's a tenure.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, that's cool. How does CPCU connect to the community?
So we are one of the original credit unions in Lansing, a not-for-profit financial cooperative, and our goal in life is to help make it easy for people to borrow and save.
That's a good thing to have, especially that
It
save
is.
part. I need to do that better.
We all do.
You guys regularly do a car show too, don't you?
We do. We sponsor the Capital Area Mustang Show. We're a sponsor of the Capital City Old Car Club because we finance specialty vehicles.
So that makes sense. See, I just learned
Yes.
something. That's why we're here.
Yes.
That's fun. And so you're also a sponsor of the 517 Day Celebration. So thank you very much for being a part of that. We've changed things up this year, so thank you for your patience with that. And what kind of things make you excited about being at the 517 on a personal level?
Oh gosh, there is so much to love about our area. First of all the parks. You can go to a park, you can walk to a park from almost anywhere in the city.
Yes.
The parks are phenomenal. The River Trail, of course. East Lansing right in our backyard.
Yes.
Summer Circle Theater, it's no cost, professional grade theater. It's wonderful.
Oh yeah. See, I don't think about that often. So yeah, it's another cool thing. I definitely love the park, especially having little ones, being able to take them someplace and run off some of that energy.
Yes. And fishing, I live right in Lansing, and I can get in my car, drive 5 minutes to a good fishing spot.
Oh.
Because my husband's a fisherman.
I should introduce you guys to my 15-year-old son. That's what he lives for, is fishing. What's your favorite fishing spot?
Well, I don't know if I can tell the secret ones.
What's your third favorite fishing spot?
Fishing right by Potter Park Zoo. There's along the riverbank there, and we fished there before.
Okay.
And along Moore's River Drive.
Third favorite spot. So we don't know the first two.
Top secret.
Well, thanks for being here, and thanks for celebrating the 517.
You're welcome.
Easy peasy.
Bedroom, writing songs, trying to heal so time slows down. Can't help but think what to do when the world around me sinks right down to the ground. I'm lost in the rubble and we're in trouble. Just hold on a little longer. Just breathe in a little slower. Just think how great if we could just wait to be free from quarantine. Been in my bedroom playing songs, trying to keep my thoughts at bay. So far away from this catastrophe that happens just as I start to feel free. This broken world I live in right now, it's just too loud. Just hold on a little longer. Just breathe in a little slower. Just think how great if we could just wait to be free. Just hold on a little longer. Just breathe in a little slower. Just think how great if we could just wait. Just think how great if we could just wait to be free from quarantine.
That was great.
Thanks.
One of the things I really appreciate about the 517 is just how supportive people are. I was attending an event, and a gentleman was asking me a lot of questions about my business and my logo. The events that followed very much surprised me.
You know what's going on? Make some noise for Germany's XO Gang, hip-hop instrumentals.
Yeah, I swear to God I live and die for this hip-hop. I freaking love it when the beat drops. It's so incredible and amazing when the crowd rocks. I feel untouchable, I'm feeling so crushable. I'm flowing through like Sonic as I'm taking down Robotnik. Yeah, this rap life's so evil. Feel like I'm in the midst of some good and some bad people. The lights has when I roll though, so welcome to my dojo. Along with Princess Leia with Skywalker, Han Solo. Yo, reign supreme, I'ma be the king. And let me tell you an example just to show you what I mean. See, I took a little break, now I'm back cause of fate. And I'm sorry for the wait, had to study for this tape. Yeah, I feel experienced, I'm ready for confetti. It's time to grab the trophy, claim the throne, they'll never catch me. I'm proud to be back and I'll be killed in the track. And I'm so highly educated, I'll be leading the pack, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's been a minute, but Sean Mike is back. Yeah, yeah. Music's my medicine, adrenaline to set it in. I love the vibe that I beginning with the pad to pen. My flow is so eloquent, I am feeling so prevalent. This track is so ridiculous, even haters will mess with it. A specialist, it's all it is. See, I'm creating from the mind, which keeps me holding for crime. When I'm lost and I'm stuck and I'm trapped and I'm stumped, feeling down in the dumps in the ground and I'm sunk. Yeah, this poetry is all I got to keep me positive. A lot of it is written and jotted, and when I'm down a bit, it's like a spell that positively makes me well. Fighting demons from hell, I promise I will prevail. I win, nobody's stopping me. I'm slaughtering my enemies. These words are just surrender me, keep the people from getting me. You better believe I succeed. The take was mine, like the homie Logic said. I'm a star, now watch me shine. Yeah. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Lansing, Michigan. You know I'm ready. Let's go. Yeah, let me take you on the journey from the path I leave behind. Take the time, just rewind from the memories of rhyme. I was constantly writing. A part of me was frightened that my folks would be ashamed that I took the rap blame. But can I blame? I took a train into a place in which the media portrays a negative destination, praising assassinations, talking murders and killings, talking about drugs and violence. But I can never be silenced. Growing up was playing instruments, was raised into musicianship. This music is my heart and I'll never get sick of it. And now legitimate, I feel me growing up. Feel the music in my soul, getting brave, getting bold. Behold, the glory of hip-hop is risen. Continuing the destiny in life, it's my decision. I'm climbing up the ladder to the top of the game, and I'm just waiting for it now, yeah, my moment of fame. I'm ready. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, yeah. Promise y'all, Sean Mike. Yeah, 91 life begun. Yeah. Promise y'all I'm back. Apologize for the wait. Been busy, you know. I'm a Spartan now, you know. Shout out Michigan State. Go green. Yeah. 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 Let it fade.
Henry's Place is a neighborhood pub that is a wonderful getaway from the busyness of life. When you enter Henry's Place, you are met with great smells. Henry's Place has 24 beers on tap, a great liquor shelf with more than 100 whiskeys, great food, great cocktails. Henry's Place, next to the Asian Buffet in Okemos. Henry's Place, where everybody knows your name.
A big shout out to Michigan Chevy Team and Shaheen Chevrolet for celebrating 50 years of service.
Metro Melik, I'm here with my friend. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Jason Cords. I'm the general manager of Shaheen Chevrolet in Cadillac, and very proud to be part of 517 with you, Melik, and another year.
Another year. So thankful that you are supporting this celebration of what's great about the 517 Metro Lansing. Shaheen's been in business for what, a little bit?
Yeah, and believe it or not, it's 50 years this year. We started in 1970, right on Martin Luther King, and very fortunate to be on the south side, right on American Road, and now having Cadillac on our campus at right next to us at 650 American Road, and in a brand new facility. We're pretty fortunate right now.
You have a campus.
We do have a campus. It's large. It's a little overwhelming sometimes to people, but I'll tell you, our community's been great with us throughout all these years. Very proud to be part of this, from not only with having Michigan State, having our capital here, having the lug nuts, everything. In 50 years, it's just been very powerful.
Yeah, as far as businesses goes, you've been around and you've seen a lot of history, you've seen a lot of things come and go, but also grow, and that's fantastic. And I know you as an organization are involved in the community a lot, as well as you personally. So it's very proud for me to be able to partner with somebody like you, and you look at me as somebody worth partnering with. So thank you very much for that.
Melik, you did a lot for the community, from Lansing Made to this, and I know things have been challenging with COVID and everything going on, and but I'll tell you, I'm 20 years at the dealership with Ralph, and very fortunate, and the support that he puts behind the community has been incredible, and very proud of it.
So is there anything in particular, a story you would like to share, an entity you would like to promote, a nonprofit, any little fun little 517?
Well, you know, the great things about our community is, you know, we've got a Sparrow Hospital, we've got a McLaren Hospital, we've got different things like that, and Ralph being on the board of McLaren, so he does a lot with McLaren, I do a lot with Sparrow, and we're very fortunate to be part of their fundraising and doing different things there, but also through the Community Foundation. I was on one of their boards for many years and helping raise money for all the small entities out there trying to raise money for their functions and their fundraising. And you know, it's just amazing to me, the people in our community that step up, put their time in to help raise money for the less fortunate. And I know Ralph Shaheen does a lot for this community, and I'm very proud to be partners with him.
Well, amen. I think that's an underlying theme, is that the people are great in this area. And it's fantastic to hear that, you know, you feel the same way, and then I know that you're part of it, so yeah. Thank you.
And we're very fortunate also, we have our Michigan Chevy team that partners with us, with you, and lots of different things throughout this, and they're one of the sponsors of 517, and so Shaheen Chevrolet, Michigan Chevy team, we're very proud to be part of it.
Thank you. And thanks for celebrating the 517.
Have you been to the zoo lately? The Potter Park Zoo, right here in Lansing. It's your zoo. It's a world-class zoo. And coming up, a song by Taylor Taylor.
It's Metro Melik. I'm here at Potter Park Zoo, and Amy's gonna introduce herself and talk about how great the zoo is. Yay.
Hello everybody, my name is Amy Morris Hall, and I'm Executive Director of the Potter Park Zoological Society. Welcome to Potter Park Zoo, which is one of my favorite places in this area.
And it's a fantastic gem for all of Lansing and Ingham County because it's of the people, yes?
Absolutely. It has received incredible support from people, and we know that people love and appreciate that they have an asset like this in their community.
I've learned so much more about the zoo and how important it is for animals and preservation, and I'm thankful that Lansing can be a home for that.
It's pretty fantastic. We are here to teach people about conserving species and conserving habitats. So it's wonderful to be able to share each ambassador of a species with the people that visit our zoo.
Fantastic. All right, I know the zoo is very special to you, and you probably have a lot of things that you could speak on. What is a highlight?
Okay, this year's highlight is pretty easy to come up with. Jolly, our baby black rhino, was born Christmas Eve, and he has been a fantastic asset for us, giving people the opportunity to see a species they would never see. He is a giant baby now. He weighs 600 pounds, and he's fantastic, still very playful and very interesting, but also carrying a really important message about black rhinos and their plight in the wild.
Fantastic. All right, Amy, what is a personal highlight besides the zoo, a personal highlight about the 517 that you enjoy?
I don't know where to start on that one. What I do absolutely love the river trail. I spend as much time on it as I can, and it is a wonderful asset for this community. It's amazing to feel like you're in nature when you're right in town. It's 5 minutes from downtown Lansing, so pretty incredible that our capital city has that asset.
And thank you very much, Amy, for celebrating the 517 with Lansing Made. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Metro Melik, we're back celebrating the 517. Thank you for tuning in to this fantastic special. Thanks for being here, Tamara.
My
I
pleasure.
appreciate you coming through and being part of the mix. Introduce yourself to the world.
My name is Tamara Glenn, and I'm a financial advisor with this local firm, Securian Financial Advisors of the Great Lakes.
Yeah. So, tell us what your company does to connect to the community. How about that?
Okay. Well, we're a local financial advisory firm, and we are a boutique firm, very educated, and it's very important to us. We're very proud of that. We work with people that are just getting started in the financial world and want to make sure they get it right the first time, to people that are in or at retirement, and maybe wish they would have talked to us sooner, and everything in between.
Okay. So I can be me and not know anything and come through and you'll help a brother.
Absolutely.
Okay, just checking.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
And I know as a company, it is important to be involved in the community. In what ways do you do that?
We serve on boards. We are active in Lansing Kiwanis, for example. We love to attend all the events in town and support the local community whenever we can.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now tell us, for you personally, what's a favorite thing about the 517? Putting you on the spot.
Yeah. Well, I have moved away for business a few times over the years, and I'm back. So, as they say, all roads lead home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know where to start. I guess the parks, the art and music community, there's so much talent here. The cultural diversity, the river trail, love riding my bike on the river trail.
The river trail is one of the segments in this piece.
Nice.
It's one of the most beautiful, long places that you can find anywhere. So that's definitely one of the things that I can resonate with too.
Also, when you attend the annual events, the Promise Dinner, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Luncheon, the regional chamber events, the Sparrow Gala, the Red Nose Ruckus, Blues Fest, Jazz Fest, Chili Cook-Off, Silver Bells, I can go on and on. It's almost like a homecoming. It's like a family reunion. A lot of times I'll know half the people in the room, and that's a good thing, because you don't experience that in the larger cities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Basically, going back to what you said earlier, it's just a homecoming, and that's what happens often in this city. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for sharing your story with us, and thank you for celebrating the 517.
Thanks for all you do, Melik.
Bless you.
This one is called When Robots Rule the World. Is there any possibility that I'm at capacity? If I stay in forever endeavor, then could I wonder if I could live off these memories. Oh, could I live off these memories? Maybe one day, someday, when robots rule the world and our vision and reality get tough to distinguish between. Oh, give me the option in pursuit of happiness. I hope that in my lifetime I might see something like it. I wonder if I could live off these memories. Oh, could I live off these memories? If I stay in forever endeavor for the rest of my life, I wonder if I could live off these memories. Oh, it's all I need.
Metro Melik here. We're continuing to celebrate the 517. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Introduce yourself to the world.
I'm Brooke Lippert. I am the 2021 president-elect for the Lansing Kiwanis Club.
Oh, wow, Ms. President.
Thank you.
Kiwanis, for some of us that don't know much about the Kiwanis, what kind of things does the Kiwanis Club do?
Kiwanis Club, they do a lot of service projects. So our goal is to provide change in communities to the children especially. That's our main focus. And we are always looking for opportunities to serve others. That's our big goal. So one big thing that we like to do is find different opportunities within the Lansing area every year and focus on how we can help those different programs.
What would be an example?
A good example, last year we decided to partner with some other community organizations, including the Southside Community Coalition, and we built a playground over 2 days. There were a bunch of us who worked several hours. It was the muddiest project the project builder ever had, and we'll agree to that. It was extremely muddy, but we took the time. It's on the corner of Pleasant Grove and Holmes, and we built the park for the kids because there weren't very many parks in the area for them.
Yeah, that's an interesting pocket. When you mentioned that I don't remember seeing too many playgrounds and stuff like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, celebrating the 517, what's a little tidbit that you love about the 517?
I think I love the diversity in the 517. There's always different events going on and different people and organizations to check out.
Well, there you have it, folks. Diversity is celebrated in the 517. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Being a capital city means that Lansing has a lot of attributes. And what does that help? Tourism. Yes, Mid-Michigan tourism is extremely important. Let's learn a little bit about that, and then, in a little bit, check out another song by Taylor.
Looking for the perfect weekend getaway? Love Lansing like a local. And we promise, you'll love Lansing just as much as we do.
Celebrating the 517. Julie, introduce yourself to the world.
Hello world, I am Julie Pinkston. I am the president and CEO of the Greater Lansing Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Is it still time to say congratulations? Are we still in that window?
Yes, because I've seen very few people since that window of appointment happening March 11th. A beautiful day in history, March 11th, when the world shut down.
Right, and then you're like, I'm in charge of tourism.
Yes. Come visit us. You're not allowed, but it's all good.
The CVB, I mean, in my mind, it stands, I get it, but tell the people like how the CVB just promotes our lovely city.
Absolutely. So we have a fantastic vision for our organization, which is to inspire visitors and community partners to love Greater Lansing as much as we do. And that's just a great statement that, we love what we do, we love where we are. So let's just share that word, let's share that message and get everyone to feel that same way about this great community.
That is fantastic. And then I know you have this motto, Beds and Heads. And you bring people in and you show them what a great city this is. And you do that very well. I get often asked what makes me different than you. We're the same in a lot of different ways, but you guys are bringing people in first and then also talking to our community to help lift them up.
Yeah, you definitely get into that community realm as we do, but our messaging goes far and wide. We represent this community throughout the nation in terms of bringing meetings, sporting events, family reunions, people coming to be on campus. We promote all of that far and wide. So we get to have a really broad reach and connect with a lot of the world. We bring in people from around the world for a really big event we host every other year, the Odyssey of the Mind, which just is a fantastic opening of our doors to the world. We have people come from like 34 countries and every state in the United States. So that's the reach that we have and the way that we can get our messaging out. But also we love that we can also have that same messaging and those same important connectivity with our community, because our community is just as important to have that pride and that feeling that we are proud of where we live and that we want to share that message as well. So the community is just as important for us as the people that come and visit it.
Exactly. And so share with the people a little anecdote of why you love Lansing. I know there's probably a million things that you can choose, but
there's so many. Gosh, it's just a lot of the surprises, so I get to work. I always say I get to work and do what I do. I get to do that, and I'm very proud of that. And sometimes there's things that I don't even know. I've lived here a really long time, and all of a sudden something surprises me that I didn't even know about or catches me off guard. And that's what's great about this community. It's ever changing, ever evolving, always being innovative in ways that we can promote new things and get people excited about what they have an interest in. So it might be just the new Rotary Park, which is a fantastic thing, or the state capitol is one of my favorites and been here since the late 1890s. So it's that old and new and campus and cars and just everything that makes it an eclectic, fun place to be.
The eclectic, fun place to be, the 517. Thank you, Julie,
My
for
pleasure.
literally just getting off your desk and coming down to the Robin Theater and doing the thing.
Literally, 2 minutes warning, here I am. Woo-woo.
Bless you, thank you.
My pleasure, always, Melik.
Continuing the celebration of the 517. So excited to be doing the thing. Thank you for joining us today. Tell the people who you are.
My name is Taylor Hodge. I am the marketing coordinator for MetroNet.
For MetroNet. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this
absolutely.
celebration. And I'm glad MetroNet could partner. Tell us a little bit about what you do, what MetroNet is.
Yeah, so MetroNet is a local fiber internet company here in Lansing. Prior to being MetroNet, it was Lightspeed, so people might be familiar with the company Lightspeed. MetroNet, kind of came in and gave them a little leg to stand on and boost what they can. So we're spreading really rapidly around the area, bringing fiber to the home, and especially now, it's critical with everything going on, and students living from home, people working from home. It really is a necessity these days. So to be able to work for a company that's providing something so essential to families, it's really exciting.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And I know you, especially your job is about connecting to the community. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful that you became part of this.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that. Let's flip it. What's one of your favorite things about this area?
There's a lot. I went to school up at Michigan State, right around the corner here. And I loved it. Lived here for a couple years after that. I graduated, kind of bouncing off and on through odd jobs, and ultimately ended up landing a job about an hour south of my hometown, doing marketing down there. And I worked there for about 2.5 years, but the entire time it was just kind of like I was missing something. So, if I could have had that job up here, it really would have been a home run. So I ultimately left that position to try to find a position in marketing back in Lansing, because I love the area. The culture's really neat, and there's more than enough to do. It's like a smaller city I guess it's a bigger city with the small kind of feel. So yeah. I really, really like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, welcome home.
Yeah, thanks, yeah, love it. Glad to be here.
Thanks for celebrating the 517 with us.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it.
Hello?
I can't read your mind.
Dude, I'm hungry. Only arts can satisfy this hunger. Fantastic pizza, wonderful wings.
Let's do this. I'm ready for some tasty vittles.
Welcome to the 21st century, cowboy.
Ah!
Wings!
Arts Pub calms your cravings with a full menu offered all day, every day. Arts Pub has the Lansing Shooper. Stop by Arts Pub for breakfast, burgers, loaded fries, craft nachos, award-winning pizza, wonderfully smoked wings, and a full bar. Arts is happily open with limited capacity for dine-in,
or grab and go with curbside takeout. Arts, more than just pub food.
I'm the one to sit and listen. I'm the one to ask the questions. That's how I like it. If you haven't, you should try it. I don't wanna risk the possibility. I don't like the fact that you could see through to me. Is it obvious how hard I'm trying? Can you tell that I am only lying? My favorite hiding place, you won't suspect that thing. Till you're too far away, but it's okay, you'll hear it when I sing. You'll hear it when I sing. La da dee, la da dum, da 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 da. La da dee, la da dum, da da. If you know me, it should come as no surprise that if you show me as I show you mine, I will keep the peace like a martyr in disguise. But I should know by now that I can change at any time. I don't wanna risk the possibility. I don't like the fact that you could see through to me. Is it obvious how hard I'm trying? Can you tell that I am only lying? My favorite hiding place, you won't suspect a thing. Till you're too far away, but it's okay, you'll hear it when I sing. You'll hear it when I sing. La da dee, la da dum, da da da. La da dee, la da dum, da da. It's not that I won't or that I don't, it's just a feeling, I suppose. A little bit uncomfortable, a little bit irrational. I know. No, 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 no. Awesome. Thank you so much.
What's faster than the speed of light? Nothing. Metronet, internet service at the speed of light. We can tell you how Metronet proposes providing the fastest possible internet service. We can tell you about the infrastructure that may be currently placed in your neighborhood. We can use words like symmetrical to describe, upload, and download speeds at 1 gigabit per second. We can tell you how our technicians are educated to make fiber connections to your house efficiently so it provides continuous, reliable internet service. However, we understand what you really want to know is if the internet service provided by Metronet is reliable, fast, and easy to connect. You want to know if you use Metronet in your home or business that you will be able to play or work on multiple devices without overcrowding. You want to know that Metronet is doing everything it can to ensure uninterrupted service. And the answer is a resounding yes. Metronet Internet service moves at the speed of light, and it is powered by people who have a passion to offer you the best, fastest, and most reliable internet service in the industry. Metronet. Internet service at the speed of light.
It's Metro Melik. We're celebrating the 517, and we're in a Lansing legend. And I'm here with the matriarch, Autumn. Autumn.
Hi.
I would say thanks for being here, but this is a legacy. Like, thank you so much for being a part of this 517 celebration. I feel like I wouldn't have been able to feel good about the show if we didn't highlight Cupies.
And we're only here because of Lansing, so that's why we're here. So it's a mutual love, you know, that's why we're here.
I appreciate that. You have how many year history here?
98.
98. And it started with a matriarch, right?
Yeah, great grandmother.
Right.
So, yep. Yeah. Then to my grandfather, then my dad, and now me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What do you love about being in downtown Lansing?
The people, the customers, the building, the kitchen, the crew. There's lots of love about it in here.
Lots of love, and you can feel it in the air. That's what I very much enjoy about walking into this space. It just has a great energy. Your employees have a great energy. That means like something's happening great at the top for it to happen. So
We try. That's what our intentions are every day. You know, is to make everybody be part of that magic that they're doing. You know, that's what we want everybody to have. That's why we love what we do, because we put it into our food. You know.
So if you were to say something to the people that have never stepped into Cupies, what would you do to invite them into this space?
Just come check it out just to see what everybody, you know, what that love is about, what the food is about. Just kind of get a little piece of Lansing history, you know, that nostalgia, to create your own.
Create your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Create your own memories starting now.
Absolutely.
And have that olive burger.
Absolutely. You gotta
The
get
award-winning.
it's earned its own name now as the Miami burger, but now that's what customers are ordering it as. But it's our crumble burger, and it's how we originally started serving burgers back in the 20s. And it's my grandfather called it loose meat, and yeah, it's just with the olive sauce and the cheese and the grilled bun, and it's down south they called it Midwest magic in your mouth. True, you know. So I mean, I'm okay with that too, you know. But that's a lot to order.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
A mouthful of yummy, and that grilled bun detail.
It is a game changer. You gotta have that because it's butter on the crispy bun, and it just makes everything come together. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Autumn, and thanks for celebrating the 517 with us.
Hey, cheers to Lansing. We thank you.
All right, we got some more important people to speak with, and music from Root Doctor. But one of the things that's really cool about the 517 is art. There's art everywhere. That's why I call it my art city. So when you're listening to Root Doctor, take a look at some of the art that's throughout the area.
It's the 517 celebration. I don't know what I'm doing. It's Metro Melik, People's Champ in the house, and guess who's to my left at the Robin Theater? Say hello.
Hi.
Who are you, just in case someone doesn't know?
I am Andy Shore, and I am the mayor of the city of Lansing.
The mayor of City of Lansing, thanks for coming down, and I know you have a busy schedule doing all the things and stuff and running a city. That's got to be an interesting job.
It is an interesting job. It's a different job every day. You know, people ask, "What's your standard day like?" There is no standard day. It's an exciting day, but it's very busy. But I love it.
I love it. So Lansing, it's not a business, but there's business to be done, and I mean, you are the community. How does being the mayor connecting you to the community? How does that work?
Well, just normally I would say just being out. You know, being out, talking to people, hearing from people. You know, campaigning was going door to door, and then every day I'm doing ribbon cuttings, and I'm going to parks, and going to events. It's a little different now with COVID world, so you can't be out as much. So it's kind of the Zoom world as well as being out, but just getting out and talking to people, talking to business owners, talking to neighborhood leaders, talking to residents, hearing from people about their streets, hearing from people about their sidewalks, or what's going on in their community, what's going on in their part of Lansing, in their neighborhood. Just being out and talking to folks is it's a good way to connect.
Connecting, so the communication is the key, and then that communication is what affects change.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
When you hear from people, you understand kind of the sense of what's the need, anecdotally and through data.
All right. So we're celebrating the 517. We're sharing what is great about the 517. Tell me something.
There's so many things to tell about the great things about the 517, about the city of Lansing. You know, I love everything that we do for each other. I know you hear a lot about the people, but we help each other. In Lansing, when I think of exciting stories, just yesterday I had someone telling me how much she loves Rotary Park. And she goes there and she sits on the beach with her kids and pretends she's at a resort somewhere, and she can go on the equipment and she can go to restaurants downtown. I think of the woman who was in our Office of Financial Empowerment. She said that when she came to Lansing, she was in debt. She got out of debt. They taught her how, and she owns her house and she owns her car. I think about what we do for our homeless community. During COVID, we stood up and said, we're going to help these people. They're not going to get sick, and we had 0 of our homeless get COVID. That's incredible. We care about each other. We believe that this city is exciting, is excellent. We are the capital city, and people want to be proud of that. So that's a lot of my day, growing the city for people, growing the city for economic development, making sure that we are the best capital city we can be.
The best capital city we can be. Thank you, Mr. Andy Shore, for being there and sharing that with us, and thank you for helping celebrate the 517.
Thanks for all you do, Malik.
Well, bless you. Thank you. That's it.
That's it.
A couple immigrated from Turkey seeking a welcoming community.
We are from Turkey, and we run this business, started just 4 weeks ago with my husband. So we are the owners of the Social Sloth Cafe and Bakery.
Lansing, Michigan is where they wanted to call home.
Lansing, we came to visit Lansing and Michigan especially, and we love here because of nature, people. So we said, oh, Lansing is a nice place for good food, good mood.
When they arrived, they were eager to invest by starting a business.
Especially we wanted to make an investment, so we said, oh, this is a nice corner and spot, and Lansing doesn't have a Turkish food. So that was another option. So people are asking why Lansing. We say, why not Lansing?
Even though the COVID-19 pandemic delayed the opening of their restaurant, they have been treated well by Lansing residents.
It was so welcoming. I mean, nowadays, it is a challenging time, so people are really, really supporting small businesses, and they are sharing and spreading the word.
And of course, I had to ask about the sloth.
In Turkish, sloths are translated like lazy animal. It is called lazy. But when we read about, my husband Aybars and I read about their lifestyle, they're not lazy. They're just chilling out and having fun, relaxing, and they're eating mindfully.
The owners of the Social Sloth invite you to enjoy their interpretations of some traditional Turkish cuisine and be like the sloth. Relax and eat mindfully.
Celebrating what's great about the 517, I am Metro Melik, the people's champ. Lisa, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I'm glad that you can be in the mix. We're here at the Robin Theater. Introduce yourself to the world.
Sure. So I'm Lisa Ermack-Wing, and I'm the Special Projects and Public Relations Officer over at Delta Dental.
Delta Dental. We've had some conversations about what's cool in the area. Let's talk about what Delta Dental does with the community and how it helps uplift the community.
So we are a dental benefits company, of course, but we like to be seen as so much more than that. And really, we see ourselves as building healthy, vibrant, and smart communities. So as part of that, we invest in initiatives throughout Greater Lansing and Southeast Michigan. And Rotary Park is one of those that we invested in now just about a year ago. And through the pandemic and all the craziness that has happened, people have been enjoying that space more than ever.
And I've had some great experiences down there. 517 Day was supposed to be there, which I was very happy about. It's a great space. would have been perfect. But since then, I've worked with Rivertown Adventures. They've done stuff down there. I've been able to make big noise, playing music down there. We see people riding bicycles, skates and stuff like that, exercising, playing in the beach, the tables, having lunch, grabbing food. Cool spot.
All sorts of stuff. I know there were exercise classes, dance classes, yoga classes, all sorts of things because, you know, people were at home. They had nowhere else to go other than outside. So it really got a lot of utilization. And the city has been great about maintaining the space and keeping it nice for, you know, fellowship and activity.
And I hope to be able to celebrate out there again in the future. Thank you very much, Delta Dental, for that, helping make that happen. Rotary Park. So, just on a personal level, what do you love about the 517?
Oh, that's a tough question because there's so many things. I was here as a student, and then I came back as a working professional. So, I've had different experiences, but I think what it comes down to is just like these small communities and pockets of people who care about one another. You know, whether it's the local hairdresser, you know, or all the great food spots in town. I mean, there's more popping up every day. Or the artist community. It just seems like wherever you go or whatever your interest is, there's somebody who, you know, loves it too and can, you know, show you the next new spot to go.
That's something that really endears me to this area is that it's diverse, it has a lot of different things to offer, and you can find your space in this place.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for celebrating with us.
Thanks.
That's it.
These are desperate measures in these desperate times. We got the women and children in the street and the men committing crime. Cause everybody's fighting for this last grain of sand, spilling their blood on this dying land. But the land of the free is the land of the law. Ain't a damn thing down there that don't come with some call. Helping our neighbor is a thing of the past. Going to hell in a bucket and we're falling fast. Falling fast. Is there a voice of the people or is just some empty word where we stand for each other or will we watch it burn? It's all about our own hell. It's a hard way to go. When we get down there, we'll be surprised at who we know. For the land of the free is the land of the law. Ain't a damn thing down here that don't come with some call. Helping our neighbors is a thing of the past. On the hill in a bucket and it's falling fast. Is there a voice of the people, or is just some empty words? Stand for each other, or will we watch it burn? It's all about our own hell. It's a hard way to go. When we get down there, we'll be surprised at who we know. For the land of the free is the land of the law. Ain't a damn thing down here that don't come with some call. Helping our neighbor is a thing of the past. Going to hell in a bucket and it's falling fast. Going to hell in a bucket, falling fast.
Hi, I'm Sarah Arredondo. Welcome to the Catalyst Art Gallery and Gift Boutique, the driving force behind art and design. We feature a new artist every month, and we also represent over 300 local artists.
Catalyst Art Gallery and Gift Boutique is not your normal art gallery. In addition to contemporary works of art of over 300 artists, Catalyst has a lovely selection of gifts for those special occasions. You know, when you need to get yourself something because you deserve it. Jewelry, candles, contemporary home decor, lamps, and handbags are just some of the items that make Catalyst more than just another art gallery. It's easy to shop Catalyst Art Gallery and Gift Boutique. Find them online at catalyst-gallery.com. Be inspired by the driving force behind art and design.
Want to know a secret? I'll tell you. It's in St. John's. St. John's, you say? I know it's the 989. It used to be 517, but they have the secret. It's chocolate. There's chocolate in St. John's. It's yummy. It's almost healthy. It's pretty much good for you. It's healthy chocolate. I'm so excited to be in St. John's at this fantastic, yummy business with some friends. Tell the world who you are. Tell them.
I'm Megan Hurst.
And I'm Brent Hurst. We are from Oh My Organics.
Oh My Organics. So we're in where the magic happens. Your business colleague, neighbor from around the way said you guys were the Willy Wonka of St. John's.
We are referred to as the Wonkas.
Yes, we are.
And real quick, tell us that brief history of Oh My Organics and how it began.
Well, food allergies. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I manage it with my diet. One of the things I had to cut out was processed sugars, and he was just like, man, you've given up so much food. There's got to be something that you miss. And I said, well, it's chocolate, because you got to have chocolate. The world needs chocolate. And he said, well,
the Beatles said love, but you're like, the world needs chocolate.
Exactly.
All you need is cacao. That's right.
So he said, let's figure out how to make chocolate. So we did, just in our kitchen at home. Then we started taking it to friends and family, and they're like, you guys, you could really help a lot of people with this, and this is really awesome chocolate, and why don't you start a business? So,
And then how did the name come about?
That's our...
Your first words were, oh my.
It was, oh my. And every time people try it, they say, oh my, that's so good. So the name was easy. And what was even easier was our grandkids' names are Owen and Holly. So they're the O and the H in oh my.
And we love Michigan.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here is celebrating that 517. And you guys do fantastic things. I think you should brag it up a little bit about the Eat Healthy, Eat Local organization that you...
That's a nonprofit organization that we started with. Well, we have a pretty awesome board. Some of our former city officials and other people that are serve on the DDA with me, and we enlisted them to help us benefit the community. So we have the Eat Healthy, Eat Local Festival every year in honor of our moms. That's the day before Mother's Day each year, second Saturday in May, and then. We last year started an additional fall event called the Fall Feastival, and the MC at both events is the best part of the festival. It's a lot of fun. We our last it started out with 21 exhibitors on one block, and now we closed the whole.
take the whole city.
Yeah, around 20,000 come through. 160 some odd exhibitors.
We had 30 food trucks last year. It was really a lot of fun.
And that's one of the things that about events that I so much appreciated. I'm going to brag them up. That's where I found Shove It Pizza.
Oh yeah.
Was at the first Eat Healthy, Eat Local event where I was emceeing, and I found that pizza, and I was like, it was all the curse words, how good that was. I said a little bit more than oh my. And
thank you for like making that happen, because you're all about giving back to the community. And when I talk to you, I mean, you guys are being just a little humble today, but when I talk to you guys all the time, it's always how can we give back to the community, uplift the community, and support others. So bless you, thank you, you guys.
Thank you. We live here. So,
Yeah.
yeah, why not? If you're going to benefit a community, we should benefit the one you live in, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully other cities will take note and try to do so. It's really not that hard to help people. We're more instigators. We just say, hey, here's a need we've noticed, and we've got an idea how to fulfill that need, and it's just going to require all of you. That's it. And when you have a great community like we have here, and the whole 517 has come out, and we only, part of the magic behind it is we only have Michigan exhibitors, Michigan businesses, Michigan first-party businesses, and it's sort of a conduit for connecting purveyors of local foods with the community. We have a lot of people that live in a community that don't realize their neighbors grow organic vegetables. We've helped cement those relationships and keep those fiduciaries coming in to benefit the municipality that serves us, right? And any town can do it. It's incredible. But the way that even other businesses and grocery stores will come, and we've invited them as exhibitors and also distributors, and they can walk around and make relationships with these producers of foods and services.
So they're great people. They do a great thing. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's worth making a trip to St. John's. It's 20 minutes up the road, and just stopping here, make it a field trip, because you guys are basically the Merlins of chocolate, and it's amazing. And when you put it in your mouth, and you're like, it's gonna taste like root beer, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And they're like, oh my gosh, it tastes like root beer. It's gonna taste like, so it's so great, and then and basically good for you. Like I don't know how else to say it. So thank you guys.
Yeah. No, we're out to help the world with food allergies. I mean, a lot of people have food allergies out there. So everything we make is gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, soy-free. Most everything's dairy-free. We use some goat's milk caramel in a couple of our flavors. But the funnest one is the Neapolitan, because that one actually changes flavors.
Magicians, I'm telling you. It's crazy how you guys are able to do that, and I don't understand the science, but you guys got it down, and we appreciate that. So, if there's one thing that you would tell somebody about St. John's or the 517, I know you guys are in the 989, let's say somebody just happened to see this from Tupelo, Mississippi, what would you tell them that they had to do or had to see, or what would you say about this area?
Oh man, this community is just awesome. When we get new people in this store, we tell them, hey, you should go check out this store. Go check out our neighbors over here. And by the time they've left St. John's, they've went around everywhere. And we get a lot of compliments on the community. Like, everyone around here is just so nice.
They sort of come here first, and they're like, hey, this is awesome. What else do we have? We have people that came in from Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
We have people that come from Toledo. They just want to come see us. Like, what are you guys out doing? We came to see you. Yeah, where are you visiting from? They're like, 3 hours from here. I'm like, you drove 3 hours? You can get our chocolate in Toledo. Yeah, but you guys have over 200 flavors. You guys make all these things here. We only offer 10 in the wholesale. And then they get on our webpage and they see all the different foods, so they'll come and they'll make a day trip. So when they come, what else is there to do? And there wasn't a whole lot before, but it keeps growing. This town is
Phoenixing. Like the Shipshawana chocolate.
Well, what we've been doing, we decided what we would do when we had to go curbside. Our new POS system actually puts out a little piece of paper, and it was her idea. So what we do now is we get a gift certificate from our neighboring businesses every week, and anybody that comes in and makes a purchase, we actually have them put their name and phone number. We do a drawing each week, and then we give gift certificates to our neighbors. So we're getting them to go into the businesses and then
to explore.
And so she is the events chair for the Clinton County Arts Council. So she's been in charge of planning new events with her team, and I'm the chair of events for the DDA for the city here. And so we're now, in fact, the only events that are going on in the city this year are 2 that she organized and 1 that I'm working on right now. So it's
See?
There's a lot more coming, and there's a lot of, it's not us, we're instigators. We just say, look, this needs to take place, and then how can we help? By helping, and then it just It's beautiful. We have a lot of people saying, how can we help? And it's rare by most people's perception to live in a community where you can just say, here's what we want to do, and they're like, okay. And it goes down and everyone enjoys it. They're good family events, and they're conducive to a positive and enriching experience. And there's a lot of that going on here, and you've been a big part of that. You bring a lot of people to these events, and you've been exposing people that may not have entertained coming here for those things, and so we thank you for that. Well, the community all communities are in debt to you as a conduit to anything that's cool that's happening. You are the guy that knows where and when, and you're usually in it somehow or behind it. And so we love you and appreciate you for that, man. That's huge.
I love you guys back. So much so. Big hugs.
Big hugs. Socially distanced hugs. To everyone, yes. We miss everybody.
All right, that's it. Celebrating the 517.
I don't know how these three things got together. I'm just gonna call this the Superstars of Lansing segment. Not all of them, just a few. But they're pretty super. At least in my eyes. I've got stars in my eyes.
I can't hold you when I want to. I can't touch you when I long to. I can't see you, baby, but I'd like to. I can't kiss you, I just hope to. So baby, oh baby, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it on home, girl. Bring it back, bring it back. Bring it on home, girl. I can't feel you when I want. I can't squeeze you when I need. I can't tell you, baby, all the things when I want. I can't help it, girl. I just miss you. So baby, oh baby, bring it back, bring it back. Oh yeah, bring it on home. Bring it back, please. Let me tell you, baby, something is gonna change. Let me tell you, woman, it's time we rearrange. Keep waiting by the phone. Every moment you've been gone, you've been having your way. Now it's my turn to say, bring it back, bring it back. Yeah. Bring it back, bring it back. Bring it on. kiss you, darling. Hey, bring it back, let me hold you. Bring it on home, girl. Hey, darling.
It's Metro Melik, it's the 517 celebration. I'm here with some friends and I'm excited to share what they do. Please introduce yourselves to the world and let them know what you do.
I'm Daniel J. Hogan. I'm a cartoonist here in Lansing. You may have seen some of my art on a billboard recently around town, and I make funny drawings, mostly that involve cats sometimes.
Mostly sometimes.
Yeah. Mostly sometimes. I'm Steph Joy Hogan, and I'm a mixed media painter and Daniel J. Hogan's wife, and
You guys are adorable. Your art is, both of yours, is so cool in their own unique ways, and that's one of the things that I wanted to showcase, just how great the creative scene is in the 517. Daniel J. Hogan, I say to you all the time, you're going to be famous. I mean it to you as well. Stephanie is just in a different way. I'm more of a child, and his stuff resonates with my childlike things. Did you go to school for art, Dan?
No, as far as the art and cartooning stuff goes, I'm pretty much self-taught. I went to school for film and video production and animation, so there's some correlation. You know, it's still visual storytelling. So, but aside from like the art side of it, I'm self-taught.
Cool. And Stephanie, how about you?
I did actually study art in college as one of my many majors toward my 10-year bachelor's degree. But what I do now with mixed media and painting was not something that I ever studied in school, so pretty much self-taught in that arena as well.
That's fantastic. So the things that you guys do separately but collectively, I know you go to shows and you are able to connect with the people in that during normal times. How are things now?
In a word, weird, unexpected. I can keep going, but you know, we're making do. We both, over the last few months, finally added shops to our own websites, danieljhogan.com and stephjoyhogan.com. So you can buy our art directly through us from there, which is nice. And we're just trying to make it up as we go along, ride the wave.
And you mentioned the billboard, and I think that is something that came through the Arts Council of Greater Lansing.
Yep.
That's fun. So, you know, there's not only people that are doing their things, that are organizations that are help supporting that as well. So this is a celebration of the 517, and we're going to show some of your art. So thank you for sharing that with the world. Now, can Stephanie tell us something that you love about the 517?
Absolutely. So I was born and raised in Lansing. This is my hometown. I moved away for a while, and I actually left a job at the most magical place on earth in Orlando to move back to Lansing because I missed it a lot. And I love so much about Lansing, but probably one of my favorite things that is close to my heart is Potter Park Zoo. A lot of people, it's sort of, we just take it for granted, and it's a smaller zoo, but what a lot of people don't know is it's actually a world-class zoo that is recognized all over for their educational programs and their conservation programs, and they do so much just to preserve species, and it's a great place to spend time, so one of my favorite places.
Thank you.
For me, so I'm not a Lansing native. I was born in the Metro Detroit area, went to school on the west side of the state, then moved here for a job. I've been here ever since for 15 years. A favorite...
And you met the love of your life, so there's that small detail, but whatever.
Yeah, and I met Mrs. J. Hogan here, so I guess it all worked out in the end. A favorite part of the 517 for me is a recent addition. I absolutely love Odd Nod Art Supply in Rio Town. As an artist, you know, I am always looking to buy locally whenever possible, and having such a high-end quality store right only a few minutes from my house is super handy. They have a great selection there. I love going in to get stuff I need, and then I'm coming home with stuff I didn't necessarily need, but you know, I still got it anyway. So I like that a lot. It's great having that nearby.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Dan, for opening up your art space for this interview. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing some more of your future of how much it grows in the art world. So thank you for being a part of my art city.
Welcome.
Thank you, Malik.
Thank you.
Which way, though?
All right, it's Metro Melik. It's a 517 celebration. I'm very glad to be here with the Rainmaker himself.
What's up?
Todd Duck.
What's up, man?
House.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here in your shop.
Welcome.
Thank you very
Welcome
much.
to the kingdom here.
It feels like home.
It is home.
For you do these.
Yeah. That's right.
So people ask me, where are you getting it done? I go to the Printing King.
The Printing King. Yep.
And
call me. Text me.
we're glad that you're in the
Email me.
yeah, info at theprintingking.com.
There we go.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Info at the Printing King. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes.
You hail from Kalamazoo.
Kazoo. Yeah. Kazoo.
You visit home often.
Yeah. Often. Love it there. I mean, one of my favorite places in the world.
And then you also have maybe a close second or something like
Oh
that.
yeah. This is the home away from home. You know, this is. I live here, so this is home.
And then what are some of the things that you love about the 517, the Metro Lansing, the Lansing area campus?
Yeah, the biggest thing, the most important thing is when I came here as a kid, 18 years old, going to Michigan State, and the whole city embraced me, and it helped me grow and become a young man, and ultimately Kalamazoo is the foundation, and that's the roots. But coming here, being on a bigger platform, allowed me to achieve my dream. And so when I got done living my dream, I moved back here because it was another place I had to start over. I had to redevelop who I was. And this was that space where I was able to go again from one dream and reach to the next level. Let's do it again. Let's start it over. You still have a lot of foundation here, still have a lot of roots. My brother Tico was starting his business at that time here, and I mean, it was a perfect fit to come back and thrive and become a man, if you will. At the same time, it was a phenomenal place to come and start a family, start to raise my little kids.
That's fantastic. So you hit it all. You hit business, you hit being embraced, you hit feeling like home and raising a family. And if there was a better commercial for the Lansing area, I don't know what it would be.
Send me a check.
Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Duncan celebrating the 517.
What's worth driving to another county to get? It's that delectable chocolate goodness that can only be found at Oh My Organics in St. John's. Their locally sourced, organic-based goodies are a treat for the most discerning taste and delicate of palates. If there ever was a chocolate treat that was good for you, Oh My Organics has your flavor. Oh My Organics. Chocolate your body understands.
I'm telling you what, this next person is rock star status. There's no need for me to talk about him. Let him show you himself.
Metro Melik here. We are celebrating the 517, and I would not be able to do it without Paul Brogan. Paul Brogan, introduce yourself to the world. I know I said your name, but...
Oh, yeah. Hello, world. As you know now, my name is Paul Brogan, and I own Rivertown Adventures, canoe and kayak rental livery in downtown Lansing.
Downtown Lansing, right on the Grand River.
Yeah.
And you have one of the best jobs in the world, I think.
I love it. I get a tan like really quick in May, and I look good all summer. So, yeah. No, this job is a heck of a lot of fun. I mean, working outdoors, I think it's what almost anyone would dream of being able to do, is to work outside. So, yeah, I can't complain about that.
One of the things that I love about Lansing is that we have two rivers, because it's a cool thing to have, but so often, well, we don't hear people talking about it, is what I'm trying to say. And you live on the river, like, pretty much. Your livelihood is here. And tell us about, what people can see when they're down here on the water?
Well, as you mentioned, we have two rivers, the Grand River and the Red Cedar River. The awesome thing about the Grand River is this is Michigan's longest river, which I always love telling people because they become fascinated by the thought that the water flowing right past us right now is going to end up in Lake Michigan. 252 miles of river, and we get to experience a few miles of that here through the downtown area. So I think that in itself is unique.
So where does it start?
It starts just southeast of Jackson.
Right.
So it kind of starts out more as a creek, and then it kind of builds into a little bit of a river. So you have the Grand River in downtown Jackson there, and then it kind of slowly gets a little bigger and a little wider as it flows from the south to the north to Lansing. And then it takes this big bend, and actually the Native Americans called this the Big Bend from back in the days of when the natives ruled this area. And so this is called the Big Bend. So if you look at the Grand River on a map, you're going to notice that the Grand River flows up to Lansing, and it takes this arcing bend kind of around the city and then heads west and flows out towards Grand Ledge. So it's kind of unique when you look at that aspect on the map there. And then what do you have here right in downtown, which is kind of the way that this city was kind of founded with its early settlements here, was where the two rivers met. So you have the Red Cedar River flowing from the east to the west through Michigan State's campus and all that. That's about 52 miles of river there, the Red Cedar, and it flows right into the Grand River here, right downtown Lansing. So we get both rivers right in the heart of the city, and the capital city is the heart of the state. So we've got something extra special here.
Extra special here.
Yeah. Yep.
And people have been able to enjoy their experiences on the water because you're offering that. What kind of things will people see when they're on the water?
Yeah, that's a great question. Obviously, we get a lot of that urban feel when you're on the Grand River and downtown, and even parts of the Red Cedar. So you certainly see the buildings, the bridge structures. It's really awesome, passing under all the different styles of bridges that we have in Lansing. For instance, if you were to paddle from Moores Park, right below the smokestacks, and end your journey right down here at Rotary Park, you're going to pass under footbridges, steamline bridges, different types of railroad bridges, road bridges, and also the footbridges, the pathways that connect the river trail across the water. So if you like architecture and that type of thing, you're going to get a lot of that sense of what it really feels, a different feel of the city from the water. And then certainly there's a lot of wildlife out here. I saw the biggest beaver I've ever seen in the wild this year up on the Red Cedar River right in Lansing. Saw it a few months ago. Just this gigantic thing. It's very healthy, obviously very healtly.
Lots to eat.
Yeah, right. You got the gray blue herons. You've got plenty of turtle species, and in the fish. I don't see a lot of fish, but I see a lot of people fishing in this area every year. That sport seems to pick up in this area too. So a lot of wildlife, tree species. If you're into trees and flora and all that kind of stuff, and you're just floating a nice trip from, let's say, Aurelius Road, Kruger Landing on the Red Cedar, down to downtown here, and you really pay attention to all the tree species along the river. I mean, you could get a book out and just start writing.
Oh yeah.
There's all kinds of cool stuff. So you really do see it all. You see it all in an area like this. Certainly, if you take a river trip that's up north, you're going to get a lot of wildlife, and you're going to be out there, not really around people. Here, obviously, you've got the river trail that's running along the river, so you still have that life and energy
it's
around
an urban nature combination.
It's a
that's
great combo.
Kind of unique and really cool, and it's nice to be able to see what you see normally from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And the things that you were talking about, we go over the bridges. Not very often we go under them.
Exactly.
And
the other thing about that too is when you're on the river and you're just kind of floating along, it gives you pause. You have to take more time to look at things and to experience them because you're just going a lot slower. So often you'll pick up on things that you didn't normally see riding your bike down the trail, looking at the water, or going over a bridge. You're going over it quick. You're riding over, you're seeing something, and then you're gone. When you're on the water and you're just floating along, as we have got very lazy rivers here to do that with, you just see more. You see more activity with the animal life, more observances of how things were built, how things were structured along the river. And you can kind of start to think about the history of the city and how the river relates to that. So you just get more of a chance to soak it all in.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
you as a business, like how are people receiving coming down and experiencing the water? Like, are they coming from near and far? Are people talking about it? Like, how does that work out?
You know, every year it's been a growing thing for us down here. Certainly our first few years, we were getting some visitors. We were getting a lot of the people that were just walking past us and you can do that here? The perception of the Grand River, wait a minute, that's a nasty, dirty river. Why would I wouldn't do that. That perception was hardcore there. And over the years, as we've been able to expose the activity that you can have on this river, that perception is changing. As it's not this dirty river, it's a river we care about. It's a river we want to protect, and it's a river that we want to use, and I see so many people using it. So that perception has changed, and along with that perception, we're starting to get more people to come out. So we certainly, this obviously is the year of the coronavirus, so things are a little different as far as visitors coming to the city. Downtown, we didn't get a lot of that per se compared to previous years. However, we had more residents of Lansing come down and explore the rivers this year as well. And so that's really been awesome to see. But a couple of years ago, we counted, we had people from 41 different states.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So, we, with Michigan State University being here and state offices and temporary workers coming down and just all the other attractions around Lansing, the tourism feel here is a lot more hype than I thought it was before we started this. But once we start seeing these folks coming in from out of town, and it's like, wow, people are really coming here to visit this city. Let's make it look good. Let's make them have a great experience. And that's what makes me proud, is when we have visitors that come in from out of town, they experience something like this. We give them great customer service. We make sure they're comfortable. And once they get on the water, the river does all the rest of the work. And then they leave here having that good feel about Lansing. And so that's something that I certainly pride myself in as it relates to the business.
And it also be to help them share good stories about Lansing, which is fantastic.
Absolutely. That's what we want to spread. Again, it's a perception shift. But it's that culture of, what do people think? Your perception determines your reality.
Right.
Is what they say. So
Paul isn't going to say this maybe, but he's very much an advocate, but also a hard-working person for the river. You do your river cleanups. You're the advocate. You speak about it. You walk about it. You work about it. You get dirty about it. So thank you very much for being a great citizen in this Lansing 517. I'm so thankful you're here. And you're one of the main reasons why 517 Day celebration came to fruition. So I would be remiss.
That was an exciting day.
That was an exciting day.
And I think it was put together in like 2 weeks.
We might have done 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And we might have gotten a couple of interesting emails along the way.
Yeah, for sure.
But very thankful for the city for letting this start and keep celebrating the thing. And thank you for what you do. Now,
absolutely.
I know you talked a lot about what you love because you live what you love, which is fantastic. But if you had to tell someone that doesn't know about Lansing one thing, what's that one thing, or what's a favorite story, or what's a highlight about the 517?
It might seem cliche, but the Capitol building itself, I when I look at that building day and night, especially at night when those lights pop on, it makes me feel good. It's such a beautiful building, and it is the centerpiece, of what we are. We are the capital city, and I think that's something that we should always embrace. We certainly want to look at all the other aspects of the cool things happening around our city, but I think for me, it kind of starts there, because whenever I'm driving down Michigan Avenue, and I thankfully get to do it every day, and I stare at that Capitol, and I'm always in awe for some reason. It and some days and some moments, depending on the lighting and all that stuff, it can send chills through me a little bit, like, man, this is cool. So I think that's where it kind of stems for me. But another highlight would be, in any great city, in any great community, we love to have a place to go be in nature and have trail systems and opportunities to explore. And the river trail itself lends itself to that. We've got many miles of river trail in different parks. And because of our rivers, we have wetland areas where we have a lot of parks with green spaces and trees and wooded areas and stuff like that. So that is the other kicker for me.
It is very easy to find a place of peace in this urban environment, and I'm very thankful for that too. I know when I was doing outside sales and would have like 2 or 3 or 4 meetings in a row, and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm like, and I'm also 5 minutes from a park.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Exactly.
So
yeah, you're never that far away from anything that you need, right? In this city.
That is definite.
Anything you need or anyone you need. You know, we've got a great community of wonderful people that really do love each other and love to support each other. And so if you need somebody, they're that close to you too.
Fantastic. Paul, bless you. Thank you. And I'm so glad
you.
you're celebrating the 517 with
Yes, 517 all the way. We love it. 517 day celebration. It'll never stop. It'll always be here because of the people's champ. That's right.
All right, thanks. All right, folks, we're nearing the end. Thanks for celebrating the 517 the Lansing Made way. I very much appreciate that. It's been an interesting year to say the least, and it's one of those times where we need to look out for others. And the Women's Center of Greater Lansing is doing just that. And it's go time, Lansing. Melik here. So glad to be celebrating the 517 all throughout Lansing. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Melina Brand. I am the Executive Director of the Women's Center of Greater Lansing, and I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much for participating in this television event. The Women's Center of Greater Lansing, how does it connect with the community?
Yeah, so our major focus is just to help people in the community who, are struggling in any sort of way. We do the counseling, financial education, computer lab, and we're right on the bus line. We try to get everybody who needs anything, they can just walk right in, and we're glad to be here. Lansing is an amazing community to be a part of.
What kind of services do you have to offer? Just an overview, let people know.
Yeah, so we do individual personal counseling, mental health counseling. We have support groups. We do marriage and family counseling. We do financial education and helping people create their budgets. We also have a professional clothes closet, so women can come in and get interview-ready clothes. We have a legal clinic, and then we also have our computer lab where we do resume and cover letter preparation.
Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Lots of services. Very much a pillar of the Lansing community, and it helps. I love the mission statement, help uplifting others in their time of need, and it's fantastic. What's something that you personally, Melina, love about the 517?
Lansing is like the perfect mix of where I grew up in a rural area and where I went to college in Grand Rapids. It's just like, it's fast paced, there's always stuff going on, but it's also not super busy and you don't have to wait a half hour in traffic and going anywhere. And the people here are just great. It's like hometown people, but also a little bit of a big city feel because there's always stuff going on. I'm proud to call it home.
Thank you very much, and that's the 517. You just heard one of the therapy cats meowing once his time on camera, but nonetheless, thanks for celebrating the 517 with us.
Yes.
Perfect. What say ye, Lansing? We are one of 50. However, this isn't about politics. Our streets are not bustling. Our factories are not building. Our businesses are put on pause. The rhythm of the street continues. This is a moment in time. What will go down in history is how we react. It's easier to be positive when things are going well. We must find a way to use this time purposefully. Attitude is a product of belief. Lansing believes in itself. We are a city with grit. Let's show the world what love Lansing really means. Show the world what it means to be Lansing made. Lansing pride, Lansing art, Lansing know-how. It's time to band together to help one another, uplift each other. It's time to show the world that Lansing grit. When this moment in time is over, we'll be more than ready. We'll be more than what it took to survive. We'll thrive. Together we can. The pause will end. It'll be go time, Lansing. Let them know. Wow, what a whirlwind of 517 celebration. I want to give a special thanks to Sparrow Hospital and a huge shout out to the Sheet Metal Workers Smart Local 7. They did this belt. It's Metro Melik, People's Champ, Lansing Made. Be good to each other.